Welcome to Paint and Breathe number 23. No real agenda to these lives, just working on whatever projects are on the go and chit-chatting and hanging out with good company, and happy to answer any questions about any of the materials I'm using or anything like that. So if you're watching this replay on YouTube in the future, thanks for watching, and make sure you comment any questions that you have, and I will do my best to get back to you as quickly as I can. If you are watching the live, if you clicked on this live link through Patreon, make sure you should see a button on your screen somewhere that says open or YouTube or open in app, something like that, that'll open the live fully in YouTube, and that will allow you to see the chat and participate if you'd like to. Hi, Tina. Hi, Cara. Good to see you guys. How goes it? How is your day? Happy Friday. Hi, Paula. How's it going? Thanks for coming to hang out, you guys. We just have a small amount of this piece left to do before we get to the point where we can remove guidelines. I still don't know what, if anything, I'm going to do in the middle. I think once it's all painted, I'm going to remove the guidelines, and I'll actually put the hardware on to see how it looks. So we'll see how it goes. You're doing good, Paula? That's wonderful. I'm doing good, thank you. I am doing good. Went and ran a couple errands this morning, hung out and chilled out with Miss Audrey for a while this afternoon, and ready to paint with you guys. And I'm going to be live on TikTok tonight from 8 until 10 to do some more painting. We were supposed to get one hell of a rainstorm today, and it hasn't materialized here at all. So hopefully we'll be lucky. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I will absolutely have a look and see what I can find for you, Tina, for sure. For sure. I'm sorry. I meant to send you that tracking number. My apologies. Your day went good, Cara? That's good to hear. What are you working on today, Cara? Are you making anything? Had to restart your knit sweater because the pattern didn't turn out right. Oh, boo. Oh, that's frustrating. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'll be back in 2 seconds, you guys. 1 sec. Sorry, just heard a noise. Audrey had to push my laundry bag out of the way to be able to sit in her bed. That super sucks, Cara. Thanks, Paula. I am having a lot of fun with this one. I'm really, really happy with how it's turned out. So yeah, I don't know what to do in the center yet. I've got to do a little bit of touch-up of the black gesso on here where I had to remove a green dot that just went a little weird. And then once it's all done and all dry, then I'll remove the guidelines, like I said, and put the hardware in to see how well it shows up, and we'll go from there. But we should be able to get the majority of this done today, and then maybe, I think probably tomorrow we'll be ready to remove the guidelines. So I'm going to be back here on YouTube tomorrow night, 7 to 10 Eastern, but I'm also going to be on Instagram tomorrow afternoon. Excuse me, from 2 to 4. So that will be probably when we remove the guidelines and go forward with this one. Got judged for making a sweater in the summer. People's opinions matter too much. Or people believe their opinions should matter too much. Who cares what they think? If you're enjoying making a sweater, make a sweater. That's so ridiculous, Cara. I'm so sorry. Try to let it roll right off your shoulders if you can, though. If you're enjoying doing what you're doing, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of it. Not like you're hurting anybody. My goodness. That's terrible. Some people have too much spare time to go around judging people like that. Well, and good thing you came here. I'm going to make whatever I want to make, whenever I want to make it. Hell yeah. Damn straight, Cara. And seriously, like, it's a sweater. Like, is it really that important that someone has to point something out and pick at you for it? Like, it's a sweater and a hobby. Ridiculous. You have the right attitude. It's none of their damn business. No, there's a quote that I heard, and some of you have probably heard this too, and it's, what other people think of me is none of my business. I always loved that one. Right? That is the good attitude to have. Proud of you for that. It's not easy. But sooner or later, I think, we get to the point where we're just tired of other people's crap and say, you know what, you want to be miserable and be upset at other people, go find a hobby and go do something you enjoy. It's got to be tiring to be that miserable, right? I always kind of try to think of it too, like if someone's life is that negatively impacted by what craft I choose to do, or by something like that I'm just doing because I like it. It's like, wow, how empty is their life, Who cares? Good for you, Cara. Jess is here. Hey, Jess. Good to see ya. Hey, Nicole. How's it going? Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming to hang out. Anybody doing any painting today while we're hanging out? Just got here. Perfect. Good timing. We're only 7 minutes in. Nope, just got done paying the bills. Being an adult sucks sometimes, eh? I'm getting bills done first too, Jess. Yep. Right? There's nothing wrong with making a sweater in the winter. Those people would have something to say about me painting Christmas ornaments in the summer too. And you know what? They can suck a lemon. Okay. I'm worried that those are gonna run together, but fingers crossed they won't. That's awful. A tight fit right in there. Dun, dun, dun. Jinx, you owe each other a beer. Same here, Nicole. I've made sweaters and stuff. Exactly. Doesn't matter. Well, sometimes they take a long time to make. You need to make it in the summer so that it's ready for the fall and the winter. Exactly. Christmas in July helps too, right? That definitely helps. All right. And yep. Yeah, right. You have to have them ready for when the weather gets cooler. You've got them ready. And who doesn't wear a sweater in the summer? Every once in a while, there's a cool day that you need something, right? All kinds of good reasons. And the best one of all of them is because you feel like it. All right, let me see if this bottle is going to be clogged or if oh, I did good. Lovely. No, that's true. Probably not in Texas. Hey, Ashley. How you doing? Good to see ya. What's new and exciting in the Ashley verse today? Ooh. Field day for Brooke. Sweaty and overstimulated. Oh no. That is tough. Well, I hope it's a fun day regardless. Hope Brooke has a great time. And I hope that it is over soon so you can regulate. True. A lot of people start painting ornaments now. People that don't understand. Yeah, right. And it's always boggled my mind, right, is that, the answer of simply just because I want to is not ever not ever, but is often not considered a good enough reason, right? Like there's still people who feel that something needs to be justified in that. And yeah, sometimes it's just education, right? Like, hey, if I want to be able to make money with my business over the winter, I best be making some stuff in the summer to have it ready, right? Working 6 months ahead. Shower time and some painting to calm my nerves. There you go. Oh, good. That's wonderful. Glad it was fun. What are you going to paint today? What you working on? I almost introduced my own paint booger. Not my own booger, my own paint booger. Just to be clear. Finishing up little things. That's nice to have some time, eh? Oh, not the week of. I'm so bad. I'm so sorry. What did you say? What was that a response to? I can't remember. I'm sorry, Ashley. Oh, about working ahead for the summer stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I feel you on that one. I always have this intention that I'm going to do it, and then something else pulls my attention, or I have a strong adverse reaction that I can feel in my body. Sometimes that happens. It's like, oh, I don't want to paint that right now. And that's always a hard part too, right? Is trying to force yourself to paint something that you really aren't always. You can't just produce inspiration for a certain thing just off the hop, right? I find that to be tricky. It was one of the things that I found the most difficult about some of the workshops that I did in the beginning when I started doing the workshops, because I was like planning these workshops 2 and 3 weeks in advance. So what do I know about what I'm going to feel like painting when the time comes, right? And so I was really struggling to stay on top of workshops. And it's so nice now because any design we paint, we can do it on anything. So I can paint it on anything. And that used to be the thing that would get me. Like if it's a mug workshop, well, what if I don't want to paint mugs, right? Whereas with the design, it's like, okay, I like this design. Now I can put it on anything and paint whatever we want. But it can be really, really tough. I was on Etsy looking at bliss drops. How do I possibly choose some to start with? It's almost an impossible choice. It's like Sophie's choice. Exactly. It's totally the intention. Like I wanted to. And I would like to apply that theory to many, many other areas of my life, if that's all right with everybody. The intention is just going to have to be good enough. Kids running everywhere, yeah. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. I love having you here. Thank you. Oh, this one's clogged for sure. Oh, crapola. All right, so I'm gonna just have to pop this lid off of the bliss drops. I realized I've got a bunch of bottles of Bambi that are all partially full, partially used. I feel like I should start to consolidate some of them. I feel like I might need to. Ashley, thought you were talking about calming your nerves for the mom retreat. Oh, are you going on a retreat? Almost. Oh, there's a great big, huge paint booger in there. When in doubt, blow through your hole. Blow through the hole in the bliss lids. That's a better sentence. Blow through the hole in the bliss lid, and it'll pop any paint boogers right out. So blow it towards face cloth. I forget who I'm talking to sometimes, that I have to put disclaimers on the things that I say and re-say them because I'm just waiting for you guys to run with it. Although there are culprits who are more likely to react than others. That'll come tomorrow morning. Right, Paula? I gotta be careful. I forget who I'm talking to sometimes. Blow through your hole. I mean, the hole in the lid. Oh, for the love of God, the hole in the lid. All right. Let's do this. And I do need to say, too, yeah, Barb's not here. She is definitely the most likely culprit. Patty jumps in and surprises me every once in a while, too. Patty lets some zingers go. Barb's ears will be burning. She'll be here soon. And please don't confuse me saying that with that isn't one of the qualities that I appreciate the most about you guys, because it is. But it's still a fact. But it is definitely one of my many, many reasons why I love you guys so much. I like it because I can just start the fire, right? And then let you guys run with it. Like, here you go. Here's one. I'll just be over here painting. Let me know when you need another one to run on. Holy bubbles, Batman. One sec. And I love that Barb wears that as a badge of honor. I've always been envious at people who are just so naturally funny in the moment. You know, like, we all have good moments where we catch something good and we say something that's really funny or all of that, right? But I mean the people who always seem to be on like that, right? I'm usually the person that, like, 3 days after something happens, I'm like, oh, that would have been so funny if I'd said this. And I very rarely experience the in the moment joy of having something be good timing and funny at the same time. I'm that one who's like, remember 3 weeks ago when I said this? You know what would have been funny? Right? Right, Paula? I just can't get over the color change with them side by side. Isn't it incredible? It's so fun with these paints, watching them dry. It's so much fun. I love these paints so much. This gold, too, is one of my absolute favorites. Bambi is definitely one of my favorites. Last night was hilarious. Everybody was on fire last night. It was a great live. It was super fun. Moments like that are magic. Do-do-do. Oh, I got to show you guys what I bought at the dollar store today. So you guys have heard me talk about Dollarama. It's our fantastic dollar store. Excuse me. And I had no intention of buying anything to paint on today, but they had something new. So once I'm done this one, I'll go grab them and show you. They're They're so pretty. You're the same too, Nicole, right? It's so frustrating, isn't it? And then when I say something in the moment, 9 times out of 10, people have stopped listening. I'm like, oh, nobody heard that. It was funny and it was on point. It's so frustrating. Oh, we've been waiting for a call from Mom's cardiologist to let her know about the new medication she's supposed to be on. So I'm wondering if that's them. We don't get a lot of phone calls, so I assume most of it's spam. Dun, dun, dun. All right, and that one already had the center dot, so we're good. So now we can go back to the brown. I am so in love with this tumbleweed brown. When I think of, so Mirage is my favorite, right? Or if I was stuck on a desert island and I could only have one bliss drop, it would be Mirage because it'll change color depending on the base, right? Bambi would be number 2, and I think Tumbleweed is number 3. I think. All right, I'm gonna go get the new stuff I bought and show you. Are you ready? It's so friggin' pretty. Hold on. Hold, please. All right, I'm gonna set you guys right here. And I'm just gonna go check with Mom too to see if it's the doctor. I'll be back in a second. Tina, I gotta warn you, Tina. Are you sitting down? So they had some new vases at the dollar store. And so it's an ombre because it's darker at the bottom. And then they had the teal and the green. And then they had the orange and the pink. Oh my God, aren't they so pretty? They're so pretty. So now I have about 5 different ideas for each one, right? Like for colors. Like one of them, I would love to do one of each color just with Mirage, right? Because they'll all look so etched and really pretty. So then I'm going to have to go back and buy more. These were $4 each. And then I'm going to have to go back and get more because I think playing with color on both of these would be chef's kiss. Aren't they so pretty? Right? I knew Tina would love the purple. Yeah, ombre yarn is so pretty too, when it changes color gradually. And you know what? It's so funny, Nicole, because if I was to look at these, if I was anybody else looking at this to try and predict what color I would want, I think people would guess this one would be my favorite. But it's this one. I can't take my eyes off of it. Aren't they so pretty? I can't take my eyes off of this one. So yeah, I'm going to have to go back and buy more. And purchasing this and painting the clock and the teapots and everything has firmly solidified in my mind that I need to start getting back into doing craft shows when I can, because that's where I'm going to be able to sell the most of this stuff, right? Because for anybody who's unaware up till now, with everything that's happening with the tariffs and everything in between the US and Canada, I'm not going to be sending physical items to the US is more, so I'm not going to anymore. So I'm not going to be selling physical items to the US. So unfortunately, stuff like this, I will have to keep and sell locally. This would scare the piss out of me to mail it anyway. Sorry, I got to get my Starburst, Jess. I should have known better. I didn't put my Starburst in, and now I'm coughing again. So I'm looking at, of course, different things that I can do for all of that, but I'm really starting to see that I need to start working really hard towards building some inventory of stuff like this, my Christmas ornaments, my mugs, my teapots, that sort of stuff, to start doing some craft shows. So I think this is going to help me. I'm going to try, and there's a couple other craft shows coming up over the summer. I might try and get into one of them and see if I can't sell some shit, maybe. Hey, Vicky. Aren't they gorgeous? You were thinking that too? Yeah, right? Like one with just Mirage and then get the same vase and do some color on it. Like teal on this one or green on this one would be gorgeous. Gold on the purple. Gold on the blue and green actually would be really pretty. There's so many possibilities. We do rainbow on them, like all kinds of options. But I had to show you. Aren't they so pretty? So we might start on one of these soon, because I don't think I'll have the self-control to wait. I'll be right back. Okay, sounds good. I'll see you in a bit. All right, sorry, you guys. I just wanted to check on Mom. She got the all clear. Her kidneys are functioning well, so she can start to take her new heart medication tomorrow. Yay! All right, let me scroll back. I'm so behind. I'm so sorry. Vicky, will I be doing it more in-person workshops? I hope to. One of the things that my friend Kathy and I have been exploring is not just doing dot mandala stuff, but just doing other craft workshops. Like, you know, when you can go to Boston Pizza and do like a painting class or something, start doing some of that and playing around with some of those other things and introducing some more in-person workshops eventually as well. It is still a huge goal of mine to figure out how we can do a retreat, and I can organize a retreat somewhere. So Kathy and I are going to be working on that. And happy Friday, Vicky. You don't think you could pick a favorite, Jess? Yeah, they're so pretty. Thank goodness they only had the 3 different ones, because I don't think I could have walked out of there without one of each. Yeah, it's really good news. Really, really good news. So we just have to watch her and make sure that when she starts this medication, it's odd because at the beginning of this medication, she has to start by taking this pill once every 4 hours for 4 doses, and then she goes to once a day. So we just have to keep a close eye on her and make sure that, you know, we don't have any side effects or anything like that. But the good news is that I'm home tomorrow and Sunday, other than like just a quick run out here and there. So we'll be able to keep a close eye on her, make sure it's good. And in theory, this is the medication that should make her heart muscles stronger. So in theory, so when the fluid got removed from her lungs, her blood pressure dropped. This should keep that from happening. And it should also lower her heart rate. For a long time, Mom's resting heart rate was like 150, 160. Resting heart rate. She's down to about 110 now. So they're hoping that this will also make the muscle stronger and then reduce her heart rate as well. So fingers crossed. Yeah, thanks, guys. Fingers crossed. Now, they say that it takes a good 3 weeks to a month for this medication before you even notice a difference with it. But it's supposed to work. So we'll see how it goes. But definitely feels like progress. So that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. And hopefully it means some relief for Mom. Oh no, what was that? I just flicked something into my paint. No. I think it's all right. But I think I just flicked it down on the table onto something else. There we go. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for that, love. I really appreciate it. Mom always sends her love back to you, too. I pass it on all the time. She's like, oh, please tell them I said thank you, and thank you for the love. So my next project is to work on Mom, to convince her to come and sit out in the living room one of these days. There's an armchair out there that's right by the door into here when I'm painting, and I've got my table set out there, so maybe I'll go live one day and she might be out there. She'll never let me put her on camera, that I know for sure, but you get to hear her. We sound identical, apparently. Like, people can't tell us apart on the phone, so that could be interesting. We'll play a game with you guys and we'll say, guess which one of us is talking. Thank you guys for all that love. You're the best. Just the best. So very lucky to have you in my life. All right. Thanks, guys. I love you guys. You're the best. And just know that I'm always sending lots of love right back to you, too. Everybody's going through something. So I'm sending you that love, too. Sometimes you just need to hear that you're loved, even when there's nothing in particular going on. So please know how much I love you. I'm really hoping I can figure out a way to do a retreat. Kathy was saying that she went on like a sewing retreat. She used to take these sewing classes, and they did a sewing retreat where they basically just got an Airbnb, and there was like 10 or 12 of them, and they went and spent the weekend at this Airbnb, and they worked on different projects and all that sort of stuff. So I think we might start with that. Of course, my brain goes, that's not big enough. We need to have room for more than 12 people. And then my head goes, do we? Do we for the first one, though? We're not holding a convention, Jamie. It's an art retreat. But hopefully we figure that out one of these days. It's definitely a big, big, big goal of mine to be able to get that done, because I think it would be fun as shit to have you guys. And what we've decided we will do too, we sit and talk about it all the time and try and kind of figure out timing and all that stuff. And what we will do is we will also have virtual tickets available for the retreat. So you'd be able to come. If you're able to come and physically be here, then that's great. And if you're not able to, then you'll be able to sign in, and we'll go live for huge chunks of time. We can probably just let it just stay live for like 48 hours until we all go to bed. You never know. Wouldn't that be fun? It would be so fun. I did not win $52 million last on Wednesday night, unfortunately. Right? Yeah, I think that's the best of both worlds, because, I get that not everybody's going to be flying in, right? I think it could be a really good time. It could be really fun. Exactly. Right? Yeah, it's just not realistic. Not everybody's going to be flying in from so far away. And that's what I figure. It can be that way. We can have everybody there, and some people can be here in person, and we'll still have the crew together anyway. Yeah, I think it'd be really fun. Oh my God, we're almost done. Oh, we've only got one more to do. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I feel like this did up really quickly. This might be something I have to replicate. Have a clock week where all we do is paint clocks. That could be fun. Oop. I've got a big paint booger in my bottle, so bear with me. Gabrielle's here. Hi, Gabrielle. Wouldn't it be great, Ashley? It would be so much fun. I think it could be really fun. How's it going, Gabrielle? What's new and exciting? Happy Friday. Yeah, and then we'll wait for everything to dry, and then I am concerned about the clock hands. They are black, so I am a little bit concerned about how they're going to show up. However, because they were a royal pain in the ass to paint. I'm not going to lie. They did not want to hold paint. But now that it's summer, I could probably go and get a can of spray paint, and it would work better than having to paint it on my own, and it would probably work a lot better. And I do have some other stuff that I want to be spray painting this summer, so I might put that on the list. We'll see. Good, thanks. Just had a reading from a medium. Oh, that's wonderful. How did it go? Yeah, did it go well? That's so fantastic. There's so many pieces I want to do. I don't know where to start. Start by, and this may or may not help, but it's an option of one thing you could try, is figure out how many that you're going back and forth between, and figure out what you would paint each of them on. And then prep them. While you're prepping them, you're going to, and pay attention while you're prepping to them, to the little, ooh, I wonder if I could do this. Or, ooh, that would actually be kind of cool. Or, ooh, maybe I really want to paint that on this design. And just go through the motions of trying to get them pre-ready and see what little impulses and ideas you get while you're doing it. And keep track of them, right? And then chances are, once you start prepping stuff, you'll find that there's one that you are just naturally trying to get ready faster. Or the one that you're thinking about the most, and you'll probably find that you don't have a real hard decision to make. It'll probably just happen for you. Or you'll paint a bunch of stuff and then still have no idea, and then you can try something else. But it's worth a shot. It went well? Awesome. That's so cool. Where did you find the medium, Gabrielle? There's a whole bunch of them on TikTok that I wanna work with. Or a couple of them at least. There was a hair there. You know, after Easter, sales aren't as great as after Halloween, but they're still pretty good. I got some mini eggs today, and I didn't realize how bad I'd been craving them. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's done. So now we just have to wait for it to dry. And we will, we'll let it dry. We'll remove the guidelines. I think this in white on like a blue background would be very snowflakey, don't you think? I feel like there's a whole bunch of colors that we could do this in now. Like, oh, I love this. This feels very elvish to me, right? Wouldn't that be pretty, all snowflakey like that? Yeah. See, and now I'm going to have to follow my own advice, Nicole, because now I've got like 3 different ideas for these clocks, so now I have to get them prepped. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. Your mom found her. We've been to one before. That's so cool. Karina read you in your live. No way. That's cool. I didn't know Karina could read. That sounds horrible. I know Karina can read. I didn't know she could do medium readings. Jesus. I'm on fire today. No way. Karina can read. Jamie. Hold them in my hand until they crack and get melty. Yeah. I had a friend that used to drop a mini egg in her tea and in her coffee. I thought that was an interesting idea. I haven't been brave enough to try it yet, but I did find it interesting. I forgot my center dot on that one. Oh, I'm really happy. Thanks, Cara. Thank you. I do. Oh, you know what? Good thing. There's another one right here that I got to do. Because there was a spot where I had to pull some paint off earlier. Holy bubble, Batman. Get out. Get out. What are you? Are you another bubble? Are you there just to cause problems? Yep. I hate when you have to do that, where you have to kind of go and dig for buried bubbles. All right, there we go. Oh, I'm so happy. Yay! All right, well, this one can get set aside then, and we can bring in the Neon Bliss teapot and do another section on it. So I'm going to move this over here. And then I'll grab the Neon Bliss paint. Oh, that's right. We're not doing another section on this one. We've got some touch-ups to do on this one. So this is our Neon Bliss teapot. We've got these pink diamonds to do over here, the pink walking dots to do. So we'll do that on this section here. And then I've got a couple of these yellow swoops that have this pink in the bottom. It's because my chalk pen was pink and it got picked up in the paint. So I'm going to have to do a little touch-ups, couple little touch-ups there for that. Yes, she does. That's cool. That's really neat. Thanks, Tina. Thanks, Paula. I'm glad you like it. My black teapot with cactus rose bliss drops is still my favorite, though. I think it might be my favorite teapot that I've ever done. Maybe. Yeah, and this one's going to be fun when it's done and it glows. I'm so excited. It looks very clown-like to me right now. I see these and I see clowns. But I'm thinking I might do some top diamonds on it. Like, what if I did orange on top of it or something? I don't know. We'll see. It does, doesn't it? Very clowny. All right, I need to put my lids on these bliss drops then and get out the neon ones. And I need to consolidate some of my Bambi bliss drops, don't I? I could do that too. I think I have a lot of consolidating that I need to do on my bliss drops. I have a feeling that I use new bottles far before the first bottle's actually empty. All right, so we're gonna, I'm not gonna need all 6 of them. That's right, I'm only gonna need pink. No, and I need yellow to do the touch-up. Right. Then that'll be the last bit on this side, and then we will be able to, by tonight, we'll be able to do a section on the other side. And if we're lucky enough to get a section done on each live today and tomorrow, I think so. I think tonight we'll be able to do this part. I think tomorrow afternoon we'll be able to do these two. And then maybe tomorrow night we'll be able to do these two. And then beginning of next week we'll do the last bits of the diamonds and the handle and the spout. And then we should be good. So yay! It's going to be done soon. Okay, so let me... All right. No, we're going to leave the big chunks of paint for last. I'm going to... Whoop. How am I going to do this? Do I want to redo the whole swoop, maybe? I don't even know if it'll pick off now. Oh, it will too. Oh, perfect. That's even easier. When you can redo the whole swoop, that's better. Get the little straggler bits at the bottom. And because all the other swoops are done around it, I'll have my spacing figured out. I won't have to worry about that. Okay, so yeah, let's do that one first. Are you heading out, Paula? Have a good rest of your day. It was good to see you. Thanks for coming and hanging out. All right, so let's start with here. Now there are bubbles in here that are betraying me. One there. And then there were a couple in here that made that not so smooth. There we go. So now let's tilt this up this way. I lied. I'm going to have to only do these because if I turn this to the side, these swoops are going to slide right down the side of the teapot. Let's do this one too. Why not? So I'm not going to do both. I'm just going to do the parts here because then that should allow me to keep that sitting where it needs to so that these yellow swoops don't slide. Okay. So Trying not to put my hand in paint. And I apologize, I can't see the screen of my phone right now, so I will be back to the comments in just a couple of minutes to catch up. This is already starting to drip down that way, so I'm gonna have to move this somehow. I think that's a lot bigger than the other ones. I think they're gradually getting bigger. Oh well. All right, so I need to, one here, one here. All right. So I think what I need to do is I need to push that down a little bit. And actually, I think I need to just hold this way a little bit to get this paint to slide back down. Oh, sorry, to get the yellow paint to slide back down that swoop a little bit. But we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. But yeah, that diamond's way bigger than the others. But the space is bigger, so that's not my fault. All right, I'm gonna keep holding that down a little bit. I don't want all the paint to pool at the tip of that swoop, right? So I'm gonna let gravity do some of the work for me. The paints will do the rest because it'll level out, right? But that little bit of paint is just a bit too much. Sometimes you can see it move too. It's just a quick and easy way to put yourself into a trance. All right, I think that's gonna be better. So I think now when I set that there, that should be a good resting spot for that. And we will revisit this one again this evening on TikTok. So that means we have another hour. So I'm gonna grab another project that we've been working on Patreon that has some edging to be done. So let's do that. We're gonna grab the Chuckwalla and the tumbleweed. And then I will grab the painting and show you what we're gonna be working on. Normally I keep Patreon stuff in Patreon, but I'm not going to be teaching how to do this one. If you want to get the layouts and the measurements and the guidelines and all of that sort of stuff. But you guys have seen me paint the bliss design an awful lot outside of Patreon. And that is the only place where there is a bliss design workshop. So this is just the piece we're going to work on is going to be a modification of that. So bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to move the teapot, keep it safe, and then I will bring in the other piece, and then I'll catch up on the comments. Because I know I'm behind, so bear with me. Okay, so way back when I put the bliss design on a candle holder, that was this design here in the middle. And then we put it on a canvas. So, as of right now, I have a few things to think about. First one is catching up on the comments, so bear with me. Thanks, Vicky. So it just creates an optical illusion. Yeah, exactly. It's just an optical illusion. It's fine. And it's not supposed to be perfect, right? Because I'm a human being. Now, one thing that I really like about this one as it is now is you can almost feel like it's curved a little bit. I've got a line of dots started going all the way around out here. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna do, keep going with those rows of dots for a little while. And I think I might have them go out all the way out to the corner. Now I'm thinking what I will do. Now these colors I did in a spiral, right? Like that. So part of me says to do every other dot, do brown and gold, and then continue it to have the lines spiral as well. The other part of me thinks I should do like all brown, then all gold, then all brown, then all gold. What do you guys think? My brain. My brain can be a scary place to be sometimes, Ashley, and a very complicated maze to be in. But some stuff comes out of it, which is kind of fun. So what do you think? I think that there's a lot of benefit to keeping it simple, of like a line of brown, a line of green, gold, a line of brown, a line of gold, to kind of give it some more optical illusion kind of thing. But I think the spirals could do that too. What do you think? I would love to hear your thoughts. So let me zoom in. You can kind of see them down here. So alternating brown and gold, or do I go all brown and then just keep the rows going out to the corner? I'm worried that if I do the spiral, it's going to make it a little too busy. I think I just answered my own question. I think we should do the alternating colors. A row of brown, then a row of gold, and a row of brown, and a row of gold, all the way out to the corners. What do you think? I think a drink of Diet Pepsi will help me decide. All right. I think that's what we'll go with. Thanks, Cara. This Bliss design has done me a lot of favors, because it just keeps on giving me ideas and ideas and ideas and ideas. I love it too. Second option. And so not the spiral, right? Just the lines of straight color. Alternate to the corners. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Well, let's start filling in some spaces then. So this will probably take some time, right? Because I don't want to get the different rows of dots too close to each other. Oh, shoot. Helps if you're on camera. I don't want to get the rows of dots too close to each other, with the risk of the dots running together, right? So what we might do is just do these brown dots, and then tonight on the live, we'll go in and do the every other dots of the gold. Because I don't want to have to come back and do touch-ups on that, you know? It already looks like it's alternating though, doesn't it? So as this dries, it'll look pretty cool. Now, by the time I get all the way around, it might be dry enough that we're good to continue, but we'll play that one by ear. So when I'm filling these spaces in, sometimes I like to do them on kind of the side like this, because then it's going to stand out really, really clear to me if any of the dots are too close in this way or too far out that way. I find when I'm looking at it across from me, it's not always as obvious, but then I turn it and I can see like, oh, well, that's not the right spacing, or that's not, it's not the right curve or anything like that, or it's not in line. Whereas I find if I do it on the side like this, I can see whether I'm in too far or out too far a lot easier. So just remember to play with the orientation of how you're painting. You don't have to keep it in the same orientation all the time. Move it to wherever it works for you. Barb! Yeah, it's a busy chat day. How you doing? Yay! So does that mean it's done? What does it mean? I'm happy to help. We won 2. Best of 7. Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, hopefully that means 3 games left. And no need to go to 7, and no moving on to the playoffs. Well, I mean, 3, potentially, if the other team wins 3 in a row, though, they could walk away with it now, right? If they won 3 more. So in a perfect world, 3 more games and you'd be done. How many of those will be home games, Barb? Right? Yeah. Let's get them a 3 in a row. Whew. 2 home, 2 away. Okay, so they just finished. Do they have 1 more at home then? Or are they in St. Louis now? Is it St. Louis? Keep our fingers crossed for you, Barb. We'll keep burning that sage. Now 2 in St. Louis. Okay, gotcha. Okay, and this is definitely not going to be dry enough for me to feel comfortable about starting the next row. So we are going to put this aside in a minute. And let's start on a vase. No, we can't start on a vase because I need... No, the mug holder's not going to do it. I'm going to lay it on a towel. That's how we're going to paint it, I think. Maybe. It's making me thinking. Making me think. All right, so here we go. We've got the row of brown dots around the edge all the way done. We'll let this dry and we'll start doing more dots out to the edge. And again, if you're watching this and you want to learn how to paint this, there is a workshop recording on my Patreon. All right, so we'll let that dry and then I'll be able to go in and do the row of gold next and start alternating them out. I think that's going to look really cool. I still have other stuff that I want to do in here in some of these emptier spaces, but I'm going to wait until those lines are done because it might not be needed. Not really sure. All right, so I'm going to set this one aside and then I'm going to go grab I'm going to go grab one of the vases. I think we should get started on that. All right, I'll be right back. Let's do the purple one first. Barb, vases, Dollarama, prettiest friggin' things that I've seen, $4 each. They're so pretty. So I'm gonna do something on this. Now I wonder, okay, I should be able to put guidelines on a piece of paper and put it in here. So I'm gonna go and grab a piece of cardstock and I'll show you, we'll get the insert together that'll have the guidelines. Right back. not sure what size I'm going to need, so I grabbed 2 different pieces of paper because I have to decide if I'm going to paint all the way up. This might be good, like if I do it this way and give a little bit of a border at the bottom and a little bit at the top. Hopefully that's just sticky stuff that I can clean off up there. I think that could work, right? Get it kind of part way. I feel like these could be really nice hurricane vases too, right? To put a really nice, like a votive candle in it or something. That could be really pretty. I know, right? It screams Tina. They have one, and it's the ombre because it's the darker at the bottom to the lighter at the top. And then they have one that is orange to pink and green to teal. Really friggin' pretty. The colors on your phone are wild. That's awesome. I'm glad it shows up good. All right, so what I'm going to do then is I want to measure this going all the way around, and it's not going to go all the way around. So, but you know what? It's going to go close enough that I think we're going to be okay. All right, so then I think I want to do what do I want to do? That's what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to do the bliss design, of course. So what we're going to do is I'm going to draw out all of my guidelines because we're going to do a bliss design in the center, and then we'll do the half bliss designs to fill in the little triangles along the way. So what that means is, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this in half. We're going to do a little drawing and math thing. Not too much mathing though, I promise. I'm going to go find a felt tip marker because I want a nice dark color. This one might actually work. Let's see. That's not quite dark enough. Okay, I'm just going to go grab a black Sharpie. I'll be right back. Got a couple black Sharpies. We'll see which one works. Which one? Well, hopefully most of them do. Let's see. That one's good. That one's good. I think we'll go with this one because that's nice and dark. I feel like this one's going to be... It's all right too, but that's really stinky. So we're going to go with the non-stinky one right there. Okay, so doing the insert, because it's going to show through the glass, it's going to allow me to not have to put any chalk marks on the front that may or may not clear off properly. So I want to find the exact midpoint of my piece of paper. So it is 20 centimeters. So I'll mark that in the halfway mark. I'm going to do the same at this end. And there. Sorry for the noise, you guys. I want to make sure it's a nice dark line. And it's one's not gonna be. You rotten bugger. I'm gonna have to use the stinky one. Son of a. Hold on, you guys. Oops. I'm just going slow to make sure that it's a nice solid line. Much better. All right, what do we got here? Vicky says, my friend asked me yesterday, what's the difference between toll painting and mandalas, where they originate from? I haven't taken the time to look. Yeah, it wouldn't have the symmetry that mandalas do. I honestly don't know. I've got a book that's supposed to teach a lot of that, but I haven't honestly read it yet. I know that there are ties to different religions and belief systems, like around meditation. I know that they are used in meditation a lot because their repetitive nature is supposed to be very calming, to kind of focus on that while in a meditation. Yeah, I guess that would be the biggest part. Oh, shoot. You know what? If I'm going to have that empty space, I'm not going to be able to do that. Shoot. Okay, I got to grab another piece of paper. I'll be right back. 1 second. I do know there's a lot of spiritual meaning behind it all and everything, but I honestly haven't looked at it too much. I'll have to do that though. Okay, so I need to, I just need to cut. I wonder if I can do that here. Oh, that just made a mess, didn't it? I should have grabbed my knife. Oh well, it's fine. Doesn't need to be perfect, because I'm going to, what I'm gonna do is I am going to tape it back here with some masking tape. So do that one first. And I'm going to tape this side too. Because I want to make sure I get the right size, right? Because I don't want to I don't want this to not fit inside the vase. So, in theory, I should be able to go like so. Put this in here. Get in there. Oh, come on. Come on now. All right, rolled it up a little tighter. And let's see where that goes. Son of a gun, I didn't even need the extra piece. Apparently I just needed the extra piece around the outside. Well, there you go. The more you know. So that's how you would add a piece of paper to it if you needed it. You know, that's why I wanted to show you, because, you know, you might need to, even though I don't need to. All right, so let's see how this does. And let's see where this matches up, because if I'm gonna draw guidelines, then I need to know what the hell I'm doing. This is not matching up still. Why? I might be putting it too far down in the vase. It's gonna sit different when I tape it too, so that might be the other problem. All right. Hold, please. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna find my center here, and I'm gonna measure the circumference, and then we're just gonna cut this down as best as I can. I know, of course, right? Of course. All right, and this is 30.5, so that is gonna be 15. Quarter. All right, now the next thing I'm gonna do though, before I do my total length, I'm just gonna make a mark on here. So then here, 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 and here. See if that matches up. They don't. So I'm going to do my own. I'm going to change my color. I'm going to use my pen now. And I'm going to do, out from the center, we're going to do 2 centimeters. And 2 centimeters. And then if that is 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, and that is 1.5. So now we go 1.5, and then we're going to assume that's another centimeter. And we're going to go 1.5 and another centimeter. Okay, so I'm going to do these lines first. Because what I want to do is I want these same guidelines to just show the whole way around my piece. And again, I'm just going so slow to make sure that the marker leaves a nice solid line. onto this one. I'm going to grab one of the mugs too. No, I'm going to do my measurement and I'm going to see how this goes. How many of these we can get. I'm guessing it's going to be 3, maybe 4 going all the way around. Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna get high off the fumes from this Sharpie, man. She's pungent. And one more. So this will now give me the proper guidelines all the way around the vase for the bliss design. With my swoops in the middle and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my flexible tape measure, maybe? Maybe. Oh, there it is. Oh, I grabbed 2 of them. I don't need 2. All right, so I'm going to just try something here. I want to see how thick. It's 4 millimeters thick. So I wonder if we do so what is that? 32 centimeters. Yeah, that says 30. 32.2. So if I do 32.2 minus 0.4, that should be 31.8, but I don't think it's not big enough for that. Oh, this is when I should have paid attention in geometry and trigonometry and stuff, right? Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to... I just want to see again how much this is overlapping. So bear with me one sec. I want to see how much it's overlapping in here. We get it into position. We get it into position there. I'm going all the way around. Maybe that's all I should do. And then I can use a teeny tiny bit of chalk on the outside to mark where I'm starting these things from, maybe. Maybe that would be better. That might be better. That might be better. I feel like it's narrower at the bottom too. I feel like that should fold over right about there. I should be able to tape it. And then put that in, and then that will have all of my guidelines, I think. Now, the other thing that I need is, if we are flipping it around. So if I was doing the half and half, so that's where the dot's gonna be. So then I probably want, maybe I start with this and then I do new guidelines for in between. That might be a better way to go. I think. Sorry, I know I'm rambling. I know I'm kind of not making a lot of sense, but that's why it is narrower at the bottom. Rotten son of a gun. All right, so let's just try it. Let's just see what we can do. I feel like first thing I should do is tape this so at least it's all matching up, right? Well, my lines aren't straight, so that's not helping either. But you know what? They're straight enough, so we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna need to cut more tape. Don't fall. Whoop. Bingo. Bingo bango. It's gonna be good enough. We got it, folks. We got it. And then I will draw new lines when the time comes. Until then, just make sure that this end is secure. And then we put that in there. And I think we'll be all right now. I think we'll be good. I think. Yeah, I definitely could have wung it. It is a little on the inside. It's definitely narrower at the bottom. Not on the outside, but it is on the inside. So I feel like that's not going to be big enough, is it? But that's okay because this gives us enough so that I can wing it. Okay. So we're gonna pick a spot to start. And I'm just gonna grab my chalk pen because I wanna see if that looks at least kind of middle of the road. I feel like we're still okay there. It's a little bit high, but I'm okay with the edge at the bottom. Okay. Gabrielle will be back. Okay, perfect. All right, this is what we do. So what I used to do is I'd take my straight line when I would do a mug or a flower pot or something, and I can lay my ruler across. Instead of measuring, I can at least see where the next line is straight across. And of course the pen did not work. Oh, that's right, this is the new one. Well, hopefully this means this one will work anyway. You know what? Sorry. Screw it. Give me my Mirage. my lid on these ones. All right, we're going with Mirage. We ready? I'm gonna grab my towel again. I'm gonna keep this right here. All right, let's see. Ooh. Okay. So, where's my tool? There it is. So I'm going to make it a bit bigger, but these guidelines will still help me do that. So I'm just going to do one. I'm going to have to do them one at a time anyway, so I might as well wait for it to dry and then do the placement for the rest of them later, right? Oh, shit. No. All right, let's try this again. Hi, Asia. And Gabrielle's back. Wonderful. I'm glad you were able to pop in and say a quick hello. How you doing? That's better. On vacation. Fantastic. What are you going to do with yourself? How long are you off for? That's a little small, isn't it? Okay. Head back home tomorrow. First family trip as a family of 4. Lovely. That's awesome. How far from home are you? Have you had a good time? All right, now I need to add some more paint to a couple of these. So I'm hyper aware of this, making sure this doesn't roll. All right, so we will work on, we'll remove the guidelines. Well, I don't think we'll be able to remove the guidelines on the clock tonight. So we will work on the Neon Bliss teapot. And then we'll do some more work on this one tonight. And this will be cool because this part will be dry tonight. So we'll be able to see what it's going to look like on this purple. Now the reason I'm adding more paint to this is when this happened on the other, on the Bliss clock too, a couple of times, where if I was doing walking dots, it almost creates that ring around the dots, and that's going to make that surface on this vase especially, it's going to make it shiny. And I don't want it to be shiny, or at least I don't want it to be super visible and shiny in behind it. So I want to make sure that there's enough paint on here so that it doesn't just kind of fade into the background and look clear. Okay, we doing all right? Hey Nancy, how you doing? It's good to see ya. It has been a long time. What you been up to? It's always nice when you're able to pop in and hang out. How lovely. You're good, miss seeing you. I'll need to get my act together and tune in more. Life happens, my friend. It happens. You just make sure you're taking care of you, and I will be here, okay? Did you fall asleep for a bit? I love that. I always take that as one hell of a compliment. If you're that relaxed while you're hanging out here with me, then I am pleased. Now I'm gonna have to prop this up to make sure that the paint doesn't slide all over the place. I think. Oh, that's wonderful, Cara. You did too, Tina? Yay. I love a good chill afternoon like that. That's wonderful. So excited to see we start on this one. Yeah. I feel like it's going to be slow going because it's if I do too much more, the paint's going to start to slide. And I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and do these swoops because at least these are all sitting on the top, right? So when we hang it on TikTok tonight, this part will be dry. So we should be able to see what this is going to look like. Thanks, Vicky. I think when it dries, it's going to look like it's almost etched. It'll definitely look frosty. And I'm going to do one more on each side. I might be able to do two more. All right, you guys, so we're going to be signing off here in just a couple of minutes. So if you are around this evening and want to come hang out on TikTok, I will be there from 8 until 10. We will work on the neon teapot. We'll work on this one as well. And then tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to be on Instagram from 2 to 4 and back here on YouTube from 7 to 9. So 2 lives tomorrow. Yay! And so we should get quite a bit done on this one, which is cool. This is making me see, though, that I need to build myself a mug wall, a mug stand wall, so that I have places for multiple things to sit and dry that would need to sit and dry on the mug stand or propped up. Nicole will be there. Fantastic. Love you. I think I missed. Not very far. I live in the Buffalo area and travel to Rochester. Oh, that's nice. Sorry, I missed that, Asia. Yeah, it sounds nice. Is Debbie here? Kath. Oh, that's Gabrielle. Hi, Gabrielle. I'm not reading very well. Found an entire bag of mugs waiting to be painted a few days ago. They're calling for the Bliss design. Do it. Do it. Absolutely do it. I think that sounds awesome. And then we'll do another one here, and then I will prop this up so that it stays wet side facing the ceiling. We'll let it sit and dry for a couple hours, and when we come back tonight, we should be good. I think I'm going to have to share the mug stand with the teapot for this one, because at some point I'm going to need to flip this around, and I'm not going to want to push, like have this paint resting on the towel or anything, because I don't want it to get any indents. So at some point we will have to move to the mug stand, but we might be able to hold off just a tiny bit anyway. All right, so how am I going to prop this up? We're going to put some tape there. We'll put some tape there. And then we're going to put some heavy bottles around the tape to keep it there. Heavy bottle, and heavy bottle. That should keep it where we want it while it's drying. Oh, this is going to be cool. This is going to be really, really cool. I'm excited. All right. This will help me on how to do them around. Perfect. Well, we will continue to go through this tonight, and we can, I'll bring out a mug to Nicole, and I'll show you how I measure like around the handles and everything. It's similar as the teapot, but we'll definitely do that. But I hope you guys are had a good afternoon. Thank you for hanging out with me for these couple hours. And hopefully I will get to see you later this evening. And if not tonight, then maybe on one of the lives tomorrow. If I won't see you before the end of the weekend, keep your eyes peeled on Sunday. I'll post my schedule for next week, the live schedule. And hopefully we'll get a good chunk of time together next week as well. I love you guys to bits. Thank you so much for spending so much of your spare time with me. It really means the absolute world to me. And I hope you know that. I love you guys to bits. And I will see some of you this evening, and anybody else, I will see you when our paths crossed again. I will definitely hug her, Tina. Thank you. See you later, Nicole. Bye, Asia. See you, Vicky. Bye, Jess. Bye, Barb. Bye, Cara. Bye, Paula. Bye, Ashley. Who else did I miss? Bye, Nicole. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I love you guys. And I'll see you tonight. Bye, Gabrielle. Bye.